hear the hype train? The hype train is coming. We're finally doing this. We are tonight checking out another Treehouse beer, which I know has become the norm for my channel, but that's the way it goes. I am completely in love with Treehouse. In my opinion, they make the best hoppy beer in the country. So as long as I have Treehouse beers in my refrigerator, I'll be reviewing them for you. Somebody, I mentioned this in another video, somebody made a comment asking if I'm only reviewing beers that are impossible to get. These aren't impossible if you just reach out to people, and I found that out. So if you are not in Massachusetts, you can still get these beers. You can trade for them. There's plenty of online resources to where you can trade and get your hands on them, and I absolutely recommend that you trade for any Treehouse beer, period. So yes, the hype train for this beer. What are we checking out? This is In Perpetuity, which I believe perpetuity means a state of foreverness or something like that. I'm not an English major. My wife is. I could ask her when I'm done reviewing this. But this was a beer that was brewed by Nate, aka the baddest motherfucker in the business when it comes to hoppy beers. He brewed this to celebrate his anniversary with his wife Lauren, who also works at Treehouse. So Perpetuity is basically, it's an anniversary gift, saying we will be together forever, which hopefully marriage is. I know it doesn't always work that way, but talk about the coolest anniversary gift ever. This has actually made me realize that I fail in life as a husband because I cannot brew beer. And even if I did brew beer, I would not be able to brew anything near, I'm sure, what this is and give it to my wife as a gift. And not only did he do that for his wife, he canned enough of it to where people are ranting and raving over it, saying it's the greatest beer they've ever had. So, like I tell you guys, I try not to read about beers ahead of time before I review them. I don't like to let hype affect my grades and all that stuff when I'm trying a beer, but there's no escaping this beer. It's been posted on Instagram. The Treehouse Gang Facebook page is just blowing up about it. I posted my Eureka with Nelson video last night, and there was a bunch of people who were like, "Hey, did you get some in Perpetuity? Did you get, people we're calling it the Perp. Did you get a can of the Perp? Are you going to review it? I'm wondering what you think about it." So I can't escape the hype. This beer is really, really hyped. Somebody on Facebook had posted about how it's already like climbing the ladder of the top 250 beers on Beer Advocate, and it was canned literally a week ago. This was canned on September 9th. Is that gonna, I don't know if that's gonna focus or not. It probably won't. But yeah, September 9th. Time of recording today is September 16th. It is exactly 7 days old, and people are going nuts over this. People have said it's better than Julius. People have said it's better than Green. People have said it's the best Treehouse beer they've ever had. It's crazy. So yeah, there's not much else to say. This is a 6.7% alcohol by volume American IPA, and it's brewed with Citra, my favorite, and Nelson, another one of my favorites. So, I mean, honestly, I hate having expectations, but the expectations for this beer for me are huge, and I'm sure I know it's not going to disappoint. So, and I can smell that already. This has been sitting out about 25 minutes, as per usual with IPAs. People continue to ask why. I don't have an answer for why I do it, besides Nick from What Cheers telling me to do it. And ever since I've done it, it has completely opened my eyes to IPA. So please, I'm begging you, don't question it, just do it. Let your IPA sit out 20-25 minutes just on the counter. They're not going to get hot, they're not going to get warm. It just kind of takes that refrigerator chill off of it. And when it gets to, I don't know, between 45 and 55 degrees, the beer just opens up like crazy. And this beer is fucking beautiful. Jeez. But what's new from Treehouse? Yep, it is orange juice. Actually, it looks lighter on the camera. It looks like almost like grapefruit juice in the glass here. An awesome solid finger of super bright white, just pillowy, fluffy head. But yeah, as you can see, you cannot see my finger through that beer. It is completely opaque. It is exactly what Treehouse beers look like, every single one of them. I mean, you want to talk about consistency? Treehouse is as consistent as it gets with their appearance in beers. They are all hazy, it looks like juice. It's not fucking, I wish I had I wish I had like a shit macro logger in my fridge right now because I would pour it and we can look at the difference. This is what beer should look like. Everybody, anyone who sees this, this is what your beer should look like. The filtered clear beer, that shit sucks. This is what beer should look like. It looks like juice. It looks like a Hefeweizen. It looks like some of the sours that Nathan and I drank a couple weekends ago. It looks amazing. There's glass lacing. There is no alcohol. There's a little tiny bit alcohol legs, but yeah, 6.7%. It's just, this is what an IPA should look like from now on. I used to think West Coast IPAs were the best looking beers, but no. New England IPAs, specifically from Treehouse, and Trillium makes good looking beers too. But that unfiltered, just hazy juice, that's what it should look like. So let's go ahead and stick our nose in this one. Wow. Right away, this reminds me of, there's a little bit of green, but I just last weekend had my last can of Alter Ego. And it reminds me of that. This is just huge Citra right up front, but then you get like this awesome Nelson underneath. The citrus is dominating. Just massive, massive oranges, tangerines. There's like a little bit of peach in there, but then you get like that vinous kind of white grape thing from the Nelson. The Nelson's definitely in there and it's underneath, but it works perfectly with all that citrus. Like with green, I get like there's some dankness underneath there. There's that herbaceousness. It's slight. It's not huge, not in your face. But again, the Fruit Stripe bubblegum thing is in this. If you guys remember Fruit Stripe bubblegum from the 80s with the zebra on it, and it was like little different colors of bubblegum, and it had like that kind of, I mean, it's that fake like fruit smelling beer. This has that. I get no sweetness from any, there's no malts to be found in this beer, in the nose of this beer for this can. It is just a straight up orange, tangerine, citrus bomb with like a nice pop of like Nelson, the white grape kind of vinous thing. It's herbaceous. It's got the bubblegum thing. This is one of the best smelling beers I've ever smelled. So let's go and dig in. Nate, Lauren, happy anniversary. I wish you guys a lifetime of happiness, and I wish myself a lifetime of Treehouse beer. Oh, and thank you, Leo, as always, for sending this. You are a saint. So cheers. Fuck. It's like what? Me and Darwin were joking around today. He had left a comment on my video and said, who needs West Coast beers? And he's right. I don't need West Coast beer anymore. I just don't. My wife actually laughed at me. She's like, you haven't bought beer in a long time. I'm like, because everything that I bought, I've been trading for East Coast stuff. I don't belong here anymore. I'm like a transplant, even though I was born here. Just massive, massive, massive citrus. Orange, tangerine, awesome little grapefruit peel, bitterness, middle of the mouth. But there's like that sweet vinous grape thing, like white grape juice, that's on the finish of that. And it's that Nelson just kind of hanging out with all that Citra. Just there's no alcohol anywhere to be found in this. You cannot smell it. You do not taste it. Just signature Treehouse mouthfeel. It's velvet. It's creamy. This beer, like, you want to talk about an anniversary gift? There's nothing I could buy or make that would come anywhere near this for my life. I feel like I fail in marriage. I am so sad that I only got a couple cans of this, because I want a case of this. Even as I've held onto the glass and it's warmed up even a little bit more, that bitterness just pops. It just rolls across your palate. There's a slight bit of dankness on the finish of that, but it's so soft and so easy drinking. Just falls off your palate. You're just left with like this orange, grapish, like hop juice on your tongue. This is amazing. People have said it's better than Julius. It might be. People say it's better than green. If this was the first Treehouse beer I ever had, I would probably say this is the best Treehouse beer that I've ever had, if that makes any sense. When I had green, it was I think they had just started canning, and Treehouse hadn't really blown up yet outside of, Massachusetts. And when I had that beer absolutely changed the way that I looked at IPAs. So I don't know. I can't definitively say right now that this is better than green for me. I think green is still my favorite IPA of all time. It might be my favorite beer of all time. But this is amazing. This is incredible. The hype is real. I know why people are going crazy over this beer. This is just, it's ridiculously easy drinking. It's a juice bomb. It's got bitterness. It's got drinkability. This is stupid. It is. This is dumb. Yeah, but I mean, there's no sense in right now trying to figure out if it's the best Treehouse beer. It is without a doubt. You know what it is. Tonnets. This is a 100. There is nothing about this beer that I would change. Nothing. It's amazing. This is some drop the mic shit. It really is. Incredible, incredible stuff from Treehouse. If you guys didn't get a chance to pick up In Perpetuity, absolutely trade for it. Look at the label on that can too. That's just awesome. It's amazing. What a gift. I think on the website it said like this is a love letter or a song or something like that. That's perfect. This is fucking amazing. This is a 100. Trade for it, beg for it, whatever you can to get your hands on this. The hype is real. It's a 100. I don't want to go I mean, we're already 12 minutes. I've already rambled on enough, but I can't say enough about this beer. It's amazing. Like I said, there's no point in me saying, is it better than this? Is it better than that? It doesn't matter. It's fucking amazing. DJ said it best when he had Julius, and I think when he had Green. It's a memory maker. I will remember when I had this beer for the first time forever. I just will. And beers like that, for me, it's an automatic 100. It really is. If there's a beer that just sticks with you and is burned into your brain, I mean, what's better than that? This beer right here is why I love craft beer, and this is why people drink craft beer. The effort, the time that he spent making this, and the reason behind it. This is, I don't know, it's fucking awesome. Awesome stuff. Cheers to you guys. And yeah, 100 for me. I'm out of here. It's not even hot out here either. Like, I have been my last couple of videos, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. It's hot. Like, I want to just sit here for like 45 minutes and just hang out with you guys and drink this, but I won't do it. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you've never subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hang out and drink beers with me. I try and upload beer reviews, 3-4 times a week. I know my channel has been shit as far as arcade content, and I've apologized a million times for that. There's no excuse. I'm slacking on that part of it, but yeah, for beer reviews, I upload 3 or 4 a week usually. I think we're getting close to like 150 already, and I feel like I've barely been doing this, but yeah, you guys have been awesome. There's been so much chatter, and there's been just awesome conversation. I really, really appreciate all you guys watching, everyone who shares the videos, everyone who likes them, everyone who interacts. It makes beer that much more fun. So yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy this. Guys, seek this beer out, whatever you can, trade for it. It's amazing. Mind blown. Hunnits!
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse, so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.